Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
Know you got the good stuff, like the way you walk, like the way you talk. Got that something, girl, make a chicken squawk. You got the good stuff. I know you got the good stuff. You got the good stuff. Good stuff.
And I'll tell you what, if you want more of the good stuff, you definitely want to get the new album, Sitting on Top of the Blues, by the Grammy Award winning Bobby Rush.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming back on the show, my friend.
Listen, man, it's always a pleasure.
You know, you are so great. You know, with
I
this
feel at
award,
home with you, man.
You know, we have so much fun, and it's like, you know, and I was telling you before we came in the studio, Bobby, and it's been about 3 years since you came on the show last time.
Yeah.
But Porcupine Meat, that album did so well, and when you won the Grammy for that.
Yeah. But I need another one.
I think we can do it.
I need another one.
I think this may be your lucky shot.
You know, a Grammy is kind of lean. You need another Grammy to
gets
hold
lonely.
it up. It gets lonely. You know, come on, you know.
Well, and like you and I were talking, these nice jackets don't buy themselves. you gotta have some green.
The kid needs shoes. My woman do too.
If she does, there's another song, Bobby.
That's
Just
right.
sitting here,
That's
right?
right.
Well, you know what? It's so great too with this new album.
Thank
I've been
you.
listening to it a lot. It is Sitting on Top of the Blues, and to me, Bobby, it really gives a nod to a lot of the musicians you grew up playing with, like Elmore James, like Howlin' Wolf. Jimmy Reed, Muddy Waters.
Howlin' Wolf, B.B. King, all the guys.
And it's funny, too, that you're in a lot of those museums with them now, but you're one of our few bluesmen still alive.
But the funny thing, when I thought about playing like the old guys, I thought, now I'm that old guy who playing like myself.
But you know what? You paid your dues. You know, growing up and everything, you used to play on a diddly bow and play on one of those little, sugar cane buckets.
Man, I played the first diddly bow I made it with a brick upside the wall and a wire on it, and the brick hit me in the head. So I got smart. I put the ball at the top, the brick at the bottom. So if it break this time, it won't fall in the head.
Well, you know, and I mean, so many of the great pictures of you over the years, on tour with Bobby Blue Bland and B.B. King. And as you moved around, and I wanted to bring up, too, a lot of our viewers may not know, but your father was a pastor.
A preacher and a pastor of two churches.
And he played guitar and harmonica also.
Yeah, he was. I didn't know he played guitar until I was about 7 or 8 years old. So he told me one day, he said, bring that guitar here, boy. And he tuned it up. I said, wow. I thought he was going to sing, gospel song.
Right.
But he said, me and my gal went to Shanky Pen hunting. She fell down and I saw something. I said, Daddy, a preacher. I was hooked.
But you know what? Also, I mean, I think it speaks to it, Bobby, that it was in your genetics with your dad being a musician as well. And then you guys moved around a lot, but also that's how you ended up in Chicago.
That's how I ended up in Chicago because of my dad was a traveling preacher all over. And he was pretty much told me to do what I wanted to do. He never told me to sing the blues, but he never told me not to.
Right.
So that's green light.
Well, and I think what's always been incredible about you as an entertainer, you wow the crowds with your music. You're up there working it. You write your music. You play harmonica, play guitar, and sing. You do it all, and it's like, and you're not slowing down a bit, Bobby.
No, I'm still working 200 shows a year, but I like to slow it down just a little bit, but not too much.
Well, but I got to hand this to you also now. Years ago, you started out on the Chitlin circuit, but suddenly, when you win a Grammy, you're playing in some bigger venues.
It wasn't suddenly. It seemed like that to you were there, man. It wasn't suddenly. But nevertheless, I have crossed over, but I don't ever want to cross out. I'm blessed. I laugh and joke about it, but I'm not leaving the Chitlin circuit. I'm just elevating myself to another level.
No, but I think also, Bobby, with your incredible talent and with your bluesmanship, it elevates everybody.
It elevates.
Because, that you came from that and what you're doing now. And now I understand you're going to be in like a movie on Netflix.
Hey, man, listen. Eddie Murphy invited me by to do some things with him. If it's coming out, we're going to be involved with all the guys, not only just him, everybody on the staff.
So now you're going to be a movie star, too.
Hey.
How incredible is that? I mean, you're hanging out with Eddie Murphy in a movie.
I need another jacket, man.
And so this movie, I think it's supposed to come out, October or something?
October, last September, 1st of October, it'll be out. And I'm definitely involved with it in a lot of ways. And just watch the movie. Come on, watch it. Dolemite. And I was involved with the Dolemite with him himself, the old Dolemite, back in the day, Rudy Ray Moore.
Yeah. Well, and like you were telling stories too about you and Elmore James, playing with each other and throwing rocks and trading harmonica licks. And it's like, and you're playing those Lee Oscar harmonicas still.
Oh,
and
God.
You just sound amazing. Every time like on this whole album, and I got to tell you, particularly when you go ahead and play the harmonica too, after you've been singing, it is so powerful, Bobby.
Well, it's what make me that powerful is meeting people like you and Eddie Murphy and all. Let me tell you a story about Eddie Murphy. I was going to meet there. I had told my manager, I said, listen, when Eddie Murphy get here, I want to meet him. Well, he know more about me than I know about myself. I was glad to meet the guy. The guy just knew me, just come up and hug me. He knew me. And I said, wow, Eddie knew little old Bobby Rush.
Yeah, but Bobby, you have left a giant footprint. And I told you this too, when I was down at the Blues Museum down in Clarksdale, Mississippi, and I'm wandering through and I'm looking at all this great stuff, and there is a display for Bobby Rush.
Probably half away.
It was a very nice little area.
Thank you.
And I think what a testament to your music and your career, but also you're not slowing down with it. And with this brand new album, like I said, I think it really pays homage to a lot of the people that you grew up playing with that were older than you, but you were out on tour with them and you were making music with them, Bob.
And I'm started trying to mortify myself to what people want to hear and know about today.
Right.
Because I talk about get out of here, and I say it in kind of rapish kind of way.
Yeah.
Just mortification. But yet I have the old Muddy Waters, old myself. But I'm talking a young talk, but I am playing an old bass music to energize myself and to mortify myself.
Well, and I think your music also, like the last album with Porcupine Meat that obviously won the Grammy, a little more funky, which I love also, and that great video.
Right.
But with this one, to me, you go back to your roots,
That's right.
and I like that because I was raised listening to Howlin' Wolf and Jimmy Reed and all these, and B.B. King and Bobby Blue Bland, and you can hear them in your songs to where you're not copying them, but it's also a testament to their music.
It's a testament to their music and who I learned from.
Right. And I think it will take your fans, and they'll go, well, if Bobby Rush is doing this, maybe I need to go back and listen to those other people. And
I think I set the trend. If it's okay for me to do it, it's okay for them to do it also.
Well, I got to ask you about this because you were the first bluesman to play in China in 2007. What was that like?
I still remember going, when I went to China, I had the ladies with me who danced. And one guy said, Bobby Rush, how come? What they were trying to say, how come the girls built like this?
Right.
I said, they eat rice. You mean to tell me to eat rice? My wife eat rice. My wife be eat all her life, but flat.
Well, obviously you left an impact, but also you opened the door for other bluesmen and blueswomen to come into China and play, Bobby.
Let me tell you quickly, when I went to China, the first day, I think we had maybe 2 or 3 reporters. About the third day, we had 8 or 10 reporters.
Right.
By Wednesday, we had 30, 40 reporters. By Thursday, like every reporter, TV station across the country. By Saturday, by the time of the show, we had 6,000 to 6,000 people to see me.
Wow. But that's also why all the blues museums now have a Bobby Rush section.
Of course, that's only about 1% of Beijing.
But look at that. I mean, the people loved you and your music that much that, they came out and the media covered you, and I think they should.
Not only they love my music, they embrace me. And I forever remember them embracing me because most of the time they bow to you, but they embrace me.
Right.
And that made me feel something special because they embraced me, because it's something about me or my music or whatever it was, and I'm just thankful for it.
Well, and I'm thankful that you're still doing this, and I know that the album and also the new air fresheners, which I hope you bring the light switches back, are available at BobbyRushBluesman.com.
My manager brought you the air freshener. I wasn't trying to tell you anything.
Well, the light switches you had were very cool.
Because I brought the light switch.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was my job.
Yeah, with the flip switch there.
I did that.
Yeah, because you do light up every room you walk into.
Every time. If sometime I turn it on, sometimes I want them to turn it on.
Well, I'll tell you what, the albums are great,
Thank you.
And also the pictures inside, and you can see the picture on the cover. But I love this picture of you inside the car.
Well, it's sitting on the car because I came up, my first car was a 48 Fleece Line Chevrolet.
Oh, my gosh.
That was my first car I bought.
Wow.
I paid $1,800 for it. $1,800.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And what's that worth now?
Oh, God, I wish I had it.
I wish you did, too.
$1,800 for a brand new car.
Wow. Well, you know, besides your movie and your Grammy and the new album,
Come on.
and you got the singles coming out.
Come on.
You're obviously going back on tour.
Yeah,
I mean, you're back on the road.
Back on the road
You're one of
again.
the hardest working bluesmen I've ever known.
That's because Needmore got me, man.
And you love it, Bobby. You love your fans.
I really do. I love the fan. I love the music. I love mingling with the people who love to see what I do.
Right. And that's why you are sitting on top of the blues.
Yes.
And you will continue to. I think this is going to be the next Grammy Award winning album right here. However you consume music, whether you get it in singles or whatever else, I highly recommend the whole album because there's so many great tracks on here. But also, if you really want to experience the full thing, you got to go see the International Dean of the Blues live, Bobby Rush, and get your copy of Sitting on Top of the Blues.
Any app you want to go to, you'll find some Bobby Rush.
I'll tell you what, and you can't have enough Bobby Rush. Be sure and pick some up and see this man live. Thanks for watching The Rockin' Review.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.